Let's get it. Yes, sir, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Tennessee, Georgia. I'm finna get y'all my predictions for the day. All right, man. So, look, it's a big game, man. For both of these quarterbacks. I don't care what nobody saying. Now, look, Gunnar Stockton had his play, obviously, last year in the SEC Championship game against Texas, right? But this is the biggest game he's definitely had. And he didn't start that game. He came in. But as the starter for Georgia, biggest game he's had so far in his career. For Joey Aguilar, he played at App State. We know he was able to do there, 60-plus touchdowns. Another big game for him as well. But what this comes down to is Gunnar Stockton gives Georgia a different element they have not had at a quarterback position, I think, in quite some time. This dude's really a runner for real. And he can really run an RPO game, which makes them dangerous. We already know about what they got in the backfield. The White Phillips has continued to step up, and he's getting more time. We already know about Nate Frazier and what he brings to the table at the running back spot. I expect for Georgia to run the ball a lot in this game. And then from there, I expect him to go off the play action to the outstanding tight ends. You think about a Lawson Lucky, Oscar Delp. Unfortunate injury to Ethan Barbour, who's probably out for the season. But you still got Elias Williams. You got your receiving core that has looked pretty good so far in the early going, if I have to say the least. Zachariah Branch, Noah Thomas. These guys have looked pretty good for the Bulldogs. They're doing their thing, and they got weapons on the outside and are ready to step up in a big way. Kobe Young. Got guys everywhere, man. So for Georgia, it's just if the offense struggles early, can the defense continue to keep them in the game? Now, look, the defense looks elite. This looks like the championship winning defense they had a few years ago, right? When you look at a KJ Bolden and CJ Allen, a Kristen Miller, and you see all these guys playing at a high level in a Dalen Everett, the defense has looked great so far. And they're forcing turnovers. They're making big plays. But again, I think this is probably one of the top offenses they faced so far this year. Again. So it's going to be interesting to say the least of how the defense can slow down this offense. Now, speaking on Tennessee has looked real good offensively. But again, you ain't faced no defense like this. But Joey Aguilar has made really Tennessee into believers that this team can get back to a college football playoff and that this team can make some noise. Now, you want to prove that y'all that team and you that dude. You do it up against Georgia. They're number 6 for a reason. They got an elite secondary. I don't care what nobody say. You've been building up the chemistry with the team. If you're Joey, you put up a program record like 79 points, I believe it was, against East Tennessee State. Insane. You had that bomb to Mike Matthews, who stepped up big. Braylon Staley, you had that. Braylon Staley, you had that in the first game. 73-yard bomb strike to him. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing your thing. You've been elite. But can you do it against an elite defense? Remains to be seen. But I like the early returns for the Volunteers. I like them running the ball with Star Thomas. He looked good. I think Dwayne Baker, he came in last week and got his first ever touchdown, right? So all these guys is getting touches. And we know about Deshaun Bishop and what he's brought to the table. Old school, running style type of a back. He's been elite. So, yeah, man, them my early storylines. In terms of the special teams game, I'm definitely looking at Boo Carter, and I want to see if he can set them up with good field position, give them an early start. I think Tennessee, same thing I said in week 1 against Syracuse. You need an early start to this one. You need an early bang. You need somebody to make a play. And I look at Boo Carter on special teams in order to help them with that. Defenses look good, creating pressure. Defensive line's formidable with Joshua Joseph. They look good so far. Aaron Carter's no slouch. He's a dog. But the key part for Tennessee in this game, if you want to come out with a win, is the defense in the secondary. Now, don't got Jamar McCoy. We know he's recovering from an ACL. Ricky Gibson's out for the foreseeable future. But you got 2 of the highest graded cornerbacks currently right now on your team, I should say. You got, obviously, Colton Hood, who's looked really good, and you obviously have Tyler Redmond, who's a true freshman from Milton. He's looked good as well. So, I mean, to have the ability to have that at a high level definitely says a lot about the development of the team, how they're getting guys to come in there and plug and play as well. And Jalen McMurray is also a stud at the slot as well. So they got pieces all over, man. This is a really formidable, really good team. It's just, can you do that consistently against Georgia? So, we're going to find out. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I'm going upset, man. I like Tennessee. I like the Vols. I like covering this program, man. I believe in Vol Nation. I believe in Gbo. I'm going to go with a big upset win, and they got to do it because Georgia has won the last 8 games against Tennessee. And I told y'all this year I feel like it's going to be a change in the guard. Georgia's been dominant the last few years. I think Tennessee is going to show that they're a team to be reckoned with, and they're going to be a team that's going to be a problem this year in the SEC and make some noise. So I'm going Vols, upset over Georgia. Hopefully I get home in time from the Georgia Tech game to see this one. I might miss a little bit of it, but I'm going to go back and try to rewatch it. I definitely will have a reaction to this one once that game is over when I'm back at the crib. But I'm going Tennessee, Vols, major upset at home. Joey Aguilar shows that he's here to stay. And obviously this team runs the ball. I got them going for over 150 over Georgia, and I got them winning this big-time game, man. So Vols over the Dogs. I'm going to go 31-24. Big victory for the Vols.